Hello boys and girls. I'm just going to run through a quick sort of showcase for a build that I've been playing since the start of Prophecy. And it's something that I kind of really wanted to do, and it worked a lot better than I thought it would. So I just thought I'd show you, see what you think. It's not perfect. I'm not the best build maker, and it could probably do with improvements, both tree and gear, but it's working for me, and I just wanted to see what you guys thought. So it's basically it uses a Didus and it essentially uses Earthquake to burn everything around me, and the burn is pretty impressive. Um, See, the Earthquake damage is only 7.4k. It's not anything special, but it just the synergies and the scale of the burn make it work really really well. So I'm just going to give you a quick run through of the gear, the gems, the passive tree, and then I'll run a quick gorge. So basically, the main gear that I'm using, Didus, with all the synergies that provides, Chernobog's Pillar, Dyden's Dawn, and then obviously Belly of the Beast, and then optional, I'm using Gangs of Momentum because I kind of like the boots, and the upgraded Tiki Amulet for the fire damage. Now, obviously, some of those things aren't needed for the build to work, but it's how I've found to like it, and it's working for me. And so I'll just quickly run through the gems. So I'm using Earthquake, Weapon Ellie damage, Chance to Ignite, less duration, increased burning damage, and then I've been using Rapid Decay, but for the video I'm going to take it out to show what it's like with a 5 link. And I've been playing around with Fire Pen as well instead of increased burning damage. I'm not sure which one I like better and which one is better. Then I'm using Leap Slam, Fortify with a Vengeance in there and faster attacks. Surprisingly, the Vengeance actually procs quite a nice burn quite frequently, which is kind of nice as well as a little added bonus. I'm using Enduring Cry, Flammability Blasphemy Aura, using Ancestral War Chief. I'm using this for single target just to help when I can't always be in the fight. Then obviously this gives you that little added bonus, faster attacks and chance to ignite. And then I'm using 2 golems, and I'll show you why in a minute. Summon Flame Golem, Summon Stone Golem, and then I'm using Anger as that gives me the flat fire damage over a conversion with Herald of Ash, so it works out a lot better. And then just some cast when damage taken setups. And this is really interesting because I'm using Vortex in a cast when damage setup because it leaves the Chilling Ground. Now the Chilling Ground activates the increased burning damage on Didus, so it's a nice little added bonus that synergizes fairly well. Now I'll quickly run through the passive tree. The interesting things, I went with Witch. I think you could do this with Marauder, but I decided to go with Witch and have some fun. And it basically, I'll just run through the tree. I just literally leave the Witch straight away. I'm taking it purely for the Ascendancy class. And then it's fairly standard sort of fire damage of weapons, Ellie damage of weapons. And then as the Ascendancy points, this is where the 2 golems come in, and the increased booster damage and regen. And then obviously you've got a built-in Ellie Prolif. You've got Ellie Conflux, which is obviously applying chill, which again works with Didus to help the burn damage. And then the increased Ellie damage and radius. So I'll run this gorge. It's nothing special, but hopefully you'll see what's going on. And I hope you like the build. I'll stick on some cheesy music. Took slightly long to kill at the end there, but normally it's not too bad. Like I said, Fire Pen might be a better option for that sort of map with L equilibrium on. But I hope you enjoyed it anyway, and feel free to leave any comments or improvements to the build. I'd love to hear it. So thank you everybody.